She's not breathing.
Today, we are taking you into the quiet suburbs of Arizona, into a home where love was supposed to leave, but sadly, tragedy befell. This is a tale of secrets, suspicions, and a death that left, more questions than answers. This is the story of Chinonye and Elias Udechime. I'm your host, Amara, and welcome to Amara In The Dark. It was the early mornings of September 24th, 2015. Elias placed a phone call. He dialed 911. He said his wife wasn't breathing. She was cold. He told first responders that she probably committed suicide. Maybe she overdosed on her medication. And lo and behold, when they did arrive, she was dead. And they thought, maybe tragedy struck in the middle of the night. But that story, it won't hold for long. Because months later, a medical examiner released some findings. He declared that Chinonye's death was indeed a homicide and not a suicide, as she was strangled. And then there were some toxicology results that showed that she had some sedatives in her system, as well as muscle relaxants. So it was simple. She had not just slipped away in the middle of the night. Someone silenced her. Someone did that to her. Before this incident, there's a backstory to this couple. Before she was killed, months before in February, it was recorded that there was a domestic violence incident in their home, whereby Elias and Chinonye got into it. But somehow, they kind of resolved it. But nothing would have prepared Chinonye for what happened to her months just after that. Allegedly, it is said that the mother of Chinonye did not like Elias, as Chinonye was a woman that was more of the breadwinner in the family. She was the one that made more money. Her husband, on the other hand, was a spender. Now you see why there will be a lot of clashes, right? It was recorded that one time over a phone call, the mother overheard Chinonye and her husband arguing, and out of anger, Elias crashed their car. This is one of very many instances. Their story actually goes way back, as it is even said that the reason why they traveled all the way to Arizona was because of Chinonye, who brought in a business deal that kind of changed their lives. So in my opinion, I would think the husband had a bruised ego, but I digress. Despite the autopsy finding, it would take authorities well over, 2 years before they can move forward in this case. Finally, on the 5th of September 2017, Elias Udechime was arrested for second-degree murder, with his bond set at $500,000.
A Litchfield Park man now under arrest for the murder of his wife 2 years ago. Elias Udechime originally told deputies in 2015 that he found his wife not breathing in bed and that she had made suicidal statements. Well, an autopsy revealed her death was a homicide.
He just promised justice, even if it was going to take time.
Please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christine Whalen on behalf of Mr. Udechime.
And sir, go ahead and state your full name and date of birth.
My name is Elias Udechime. My date of birth is August 5th, 1964.
Okay, Mr. Udechime, you are here on a grand jury warrant. You are indicted on a charge of murder in the second degree, a class 1 felony. My understanding is you've retained Ms. Whalen for all further proceedings, so I'm not appointing a court-appointed attorney for you at this point. Your next hearing date is September 14th, 2017 at 8:30 a.m. and was articulated it well. Unfortunately, the grand jury heard the evidence. I did not hear the evidence, and the judge did sign off on the $500,000 secured appearance bond, and that is what I'm going to set. a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500,000. If you make that bond, you will be released to pretrial services on an electronic monitor. Your release conditions would include not returning to the scene of any alleged crime, not having contact with any alleged victim, which includes the deceased's family, not possessing any weapons, and not possessing drugs without a valid prescription.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you, Ms. Bailey.
And time it took. Because what followed straight afterwards was not closure, it wasn't justice, it was silence. Crickets. Court proceedings show that Elias kept fighting for a complaint of his jail condition. He was also fighting for parental rights for his children. But anything concerning the murder case, nothing. There was no sentencing, no court proceedings, nothing. It was almost as if this man got away with murder. And so we have yet another case of femicide that goes unsolved. A woman, her life was cut short. 39-year-old Chinonye Udechime wouldn't have known in her life that she would lose her life in such a gruesome way. And her husband being at the center of it all. That was the height of betrayal. And even worse, a justice system lagging behind, not giving justice to those who deserve it. So tell me, my darklings, do you think he got away with murder? Or do you think Chinonye would be able to get justice? Tell me, are there answers somewhere waiting to be found in the dark? And so there you have it. That's our story for today. I'm your host, Amara In The Dark. Please, if you did like this, like, comment, subscribe. Also tell us the stories that you want us to tell you, and tell us what you thought about this particular story. Till next time, I'm your host, Amara In The Dark, and this was Amara In The Dark.